We started with a mod to decorate. The creator of medieval paintings wanted to create an art gallery in Minecraft, and that's what he added, a series of paintings that I don't know if they are inspired by some existing ones. After all, I'm not a fan of art, especially the elitist part of it. But focusing on the mod, we can create medieval house decorations using art from the period with different sizes and designs that can help you fill in some empty space in your house where you don't know what else to place. We continue with art, in this case music with Immersive Melodies, that presents us with a series of instruments that we can play within Minecraft and with a series of melodies already recreated. To use them, just right-click and select the song we want play. You can upload songs, but you will have to try that with what you want to add. Finally, you can achieve crazy things like the following. If you were left wanting more decorations, we have Days in the Middle Ages, a mod that adds several decorative and ambience additions to place in our homes, whether inside or outside our houses. These look very vanilla and more than striking. To recreate scenarios using each object, we can make 100% medieval villages with each of the sections. Suffice it to say that these are not all that are added to us, but it gives us an overview of what we can find with this mod. Let's go with things that are more useful than creating an atmosphere. With MoreBlox, we can create 2 new work tables. The storage table, where we can create a new barrel, a slightly different barrel with the same storage size as that of a chest, in which it place the objects inside. They can be visible from the outside, it can be closed, and what is inside will also be visible with text. Its only problem is that not everything can be saved, and this will be expelled outside, only a limited number of objects can remain inside. Despite being limited, there are a few in which we can see water and lava. The ones I show are just examples, they are not all available. The second is the cart table, where we can create a cart and 2 new keys. We can place the cart on the ground, and to attach it to a horse we will use the follow key, and with a strap we will tie a horse. With this, the cart will connect automatically. We can upload up to 3 creatures with the load key, and once again, by attracting the animals nearby with leashes, they will upload automatically. With this, we will be able to transport large quantities of blocks much more comfortably, and to download them we will simply use the load key once again. Unfortunately, it cannot be used on villagers since the straps do not work on them. In the case of armor, I bring you Soul-like Armors, a relatively recent mod that adds several armors inspired by both the Middle Ages and the Dark Soul games. Amazing armor with simple designs that at the same time stand out from the vanilla style. 3D finishes that make you want to use them and complete your medieval mod pack. Once again, these are representative in nature. They are by no means all the weapons and armor that the mod adds to us, but they are the ones that caught my attention the most when I saw them. As for protections, they can be similar to diamond and netherite, so you can use them to show off them that at the same time will serve as protection. An additional point is that it is very common to find zombies using them at night, so it not only adds equipment but also some additional difficulty. Some of the armor are combinations of materials, so you will surely not know what to use to repair them. In this case, it also adds a repair plate to use them on the anvils and repair it with the ease to which we are accustomed. Accompanying the previous Soul-like Enchantment mod, it adds new additional enchantments. Blood Reaping, an armor enchantment that allows us to recover some health by eliminating enemies. Lord of Cinder, a sword enchantment that deals additional damage once every 3 seconds, is visually instantly noticeable with a yellow halo warning that a damage bonus has been applied. Finally, Bleeding, a sword enchantment that causes bleeding in whoever you hit, taking life as if it were poison. And as you are seeing, Epic Fight has finally been updated not only to 1.20 but also to 1.19.2, so if you were waiting for it, the time to use it has arrived. One of my favorite mods that if you don't know it, it's basically an improvement on the vanilla combat system, making it much more similar to Souls, from which it is literally inspired. You can switch between the vanilla combat system and the mod using the R key. It is not only your combat system that changes, but also that of all the Minecraft creatures, achieving a much more advanced combat experience. In addition, we can also find books that will allow us to gain some additional skills such as dodging. With this and the 2 previous mods, you can achieve a much more medieval immersion, going through the nights that will surely represent a challenge to overcome. Something we are missing are new enemies that challenge us, and Grimoire of Gaia can be the solution, with creatures that can be inspired by monsters of the time or completely inspired by something else. This mod can bring the dose of difficulty and variety of enemies that you might be looking for the mod pack you're trying to make. Enemies that can be at the level of zombies or endermans, even mini-bosses at the same level or higher than the devastating one, and which you can find around the corner of your house, so do not expect to find structures. The world is the structure where you can meet them. You must be extremely careful because you may start fights in which you may not end up victorious. First of all, 2 mods, Medieval Craft and Medieval Craft Weapons, a complement to the other, and which unfortunately at the moment are not compatible with Epic Fight, so do not try to use them together. One adds new armor and weapons that they are also from the Middle Ages, but they have much simpler aspects, but much more vanilla, so this one can adapt much more to what you were looking for. However, they are in first place for the structures and enemies they present to us, with the Viking faction, abandoned castles with treasure chests waiting to be claimed, or the warrior faction, whether you find them in very well-guarded towers, or in heavily fortified castles waiting for intruders to try to take what does not belong to them. They are in position 1 for obvious reasons. They are the most medieval I could find at the moment.